Well, yes, it's loud. I want to wake everybody up. It is Wednesday morning.
Is it Wednesday morning?
It is Wednesday morning
in Kansas City.
It is beautiful out there. Oh, I've got to find ways and excuses to go outside today. Welcome to Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. If you are here, that must mean it is Wednesday morning, and we are so excited to see you. I am Terry Ann Porter, life coach, TA. It is time to defeat those lies of negative self-talk by changing your perspective, exploring new possibilities, finding those pathways opening onto which you can choose to proceed in truth. My co-host, as always, the amazing and effervescent, I like that word, Sherry.
Good morning. Good morning. For those of you that don't know me, I am Sherry Berger, and I am the owner of Here to There Consulting. And we educate business owners with those tools to balance life, business, and finances so that you can have more growth, leadership, and success in your life and your business. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite missions to help you create the life and business that you deserve. That's our mission in my business. And today we're going to talk about getting excited about life in your business. So what are some ways, because what are we going into, March Madness or something?
This is March Madness time.
March Madness. Everybody gets all excited about, what is it, the Big 12?
I have no idea what all that stuff is.
But everybody gets all excited. The grocery stores have March Madness sales. Everybody's getting excited. Everybody's all about this March Madness. And I do know that spring is in, what is today? The 2nd? It's in 18 days in Kansas City here. Well, in general, right? 18 days to spring. So everybody's springing forward. Everybody's getting excited. But are you getting excited about your business and your life? What are some things that you do, Terry Ann, to get excited about those?
Well, you know, my crown always gets me excited, brings on a smile, gets me energized.
Oh, wow. And my coffee cup always gets me energized. I have so many coffee cups that my husband says I have too many. This one says, embrace the day. So I love it. When I wake up in the morning, my husband thinks I should lay out my clothes the night before. Do you do that, Terry Ann?
Oh, no.
I don't know how I'm going to feel and what the weather's going to be. And the same thing with my coffee cup. I know it sounds silly, but a small little thing that I do in the morning is my husband always brings me my same old coffee cup. But don't worry, when I go down to get my second cup of coffee, I figure out which coffee cup I really wanted. And so based on what I'm feeling for that day, do you want to embrace the day? Do you need, right? And I always start my day when I have a good day. When I start it right, Terry Ann, I get my Jesus jam on. I do my devotion. I listen to some motivational speakers. I do, right, which are more like I like Joyce Myers or Beth Moore. I listen to one of them after I do my devotion and I pray. And then I listen to some of my Jesus music. I call it getting my Jesus on. And guess what? That changes your attitude in the morning. And don't talk to me the first hour I'm up. I know you think I have a lot of. Now, there's some days I got to jump out of bed and I got to be at a 7 a.m. I get that. Those days I have to do that later in the day. But the days that I'm having the best is when I can sit, drink my cup of coffee, do my devotion, get some Jesus on, listen to some of my, right? Mm-hmm. So I spend about an hour doing all that in the morning to get me energized. What do you do to get energized in the morning, Terry Ann?
As I'm laying in bed trying to convince myself I really should get out of bed, I sleep with headphones on at night.
Oh.
And so in the morning, I flip over to my daily devotional. So I listen to because I'm not ready to read at that moment. Mm-hmm. So I listen to my daily devotional and then my the morning Bible reading. Then I say, okay, now I can get up and face the world.
So I do something like that. Before I get out of bed in the morning and before I go to bed at night, I say prayers and do a little bit of meditation and start trying to, what is it called? I do some of my affirmations and my prayers before I ever get out of bed. And then at 6 o'clock, I end up in my office And from 6 to 7.
Wait. Wait. Are you telling me that there are 2 6 o'clocks in the same day?
There are. So
oh my gosh.
Somebody told me you should get up at 5 a.m. and I said the same thing. I said 5 a.m. And by the way, Terry Ann, I tried before the pandemic. I tried going to the gym to work out at 6 in the morning. And I am just like barely moving and going, why am I here? And this is not getting my Jesus on.
I don't need to be driving at 6 in the morning. Good morning, Linda. Welcome. It looks like there's some beautiful sunshine in Joplin.
There is. And getting out, right? I used to work as a system analyst for Sprint. And then before that, I worked program analyst. So I did the corporate job. And just getting out through your lunch hour and going for a walk. Now, that's when before pandemic, I'm not as good now. I need to be better about it. I've been going for walks a lot through the pandemic, but I would go to the gym for lunch hour and it would re-energize me to do my afternoon. And I don't know about you, but how late do you sometimes have meetings in the evening? Like, Terry Ann and I do Toastmasters. So you could have all those extra after hour meetings like Toastmasters. And I do Bible study in the evening and I do, all that kind of stuff in the evening. So I sometimes will be going till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. So if I worked out at noon or 1, I would get my energy back on, and I find it's better to just worry about getting my Jesus on from 6 to 7. Come on now. So then I can be a good person. Come on.
Is it being a good person or somebody that we can be around?
And I showed up at 7 a.m. to meetings and haven't had my coffee. And they're like, hey, Sherry. And I'm like, hi, I need a little bit of coffee and then I will talk to you. And after 1 cup of coffee, I'm good because I choose to be good, right? Did you hear the word choose?
Yes.
I just told you in my ideal world, I like to have about an hour and my husband don't even try to really talk to me and I do talk to him a little bit because he leaves at 7. So, but it's not, don't give me real talk. So, and then Gerald used to say, my second dad, he used to say I turned into a pumpkin at 10 o'clock. If you try to talk to Sherry at 10 o'clock, she's so tired. She doesn't even. And because he gets energized. He gets up he's not around anymore. He passed on, but he was we have the night people and the day people. He was the night person. So at 10 o'clock, he's getting all energized. And I'm like, no, I'll talk to you at 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow. He didn't want to do that.
Now, I know yesterday, if I remember right, yesterday was Mardi Gras, big excitement day for many people. So today, for my excitement, I have on my Mardi Gras beads.
I know, and tell them what's on those. Those are so cool.
These Mardi Gras beads, if anybody knows me, my love of teddy bears. And they have, I don't know if you can see this, they have teddy bears on them.
You need to take a picture and put that on Facebook.
I got this when Reed and I got married for a honeymoon. We went to New Orleans. And I found these at a store, fell in love with them, of course. So I wore them the whole time we were there. And here's how I know they were very unique. As I wore these the 3 or 4 days we were in New Orleans, other shopkeepers would stop me and say, where did you get those? So I know it wasn't something that just everybody was buying to sell that year. So I always felt like that just made it extra special. And so
I thought it was the only one that they had too. You think
I think it was, yes, at that store. This was,
you know what? Because you think it's one of a kind, you just get to choose to decide it's one of a kind. Because sometimes we overthink, right? You were talking about, man, Kansas City likes to play this bipolar fun weather on us. It likes to get really nice and then trick us and dump a bunch of snow on us. And the weatherman always lets us know what's going to happen late in the future, So I remember you were talking about, we'll have a really nice day and everybody wants to talk about, but on, today's Friday. Yeah, but next Wednesday it's going to snow. And we're like, that's so next Wednesday. Plus,
right.
You know what? If you don't like the weather in Kansas, of course it's going to change. And second thing to tell you is those weathermen are not always right. I know you're shocked. I'm glad you're sitting down because I know I just shocked you.
That was quite a shock. But that's the thing. I call those people the buts. You're telling them about something exciting going on right now. Yeah, but. weather. It's beautiful today. Yeah, but next week it'll be bad.
But see, I just realized we all can be yeah buts.
Oh, yeah, everybody
So
can.
this morning I was praying, and then I was like, I wonder if I could just go. I have an awesome husband. I'm married, love of my life. But we've been having a lot going on in our life right now. Just a lot. We have kids moving. We're going to help them move. I got my book launch coming up. I mean, I don't even know. Kevin just says our life's crazy. And I go, yep. And it's fun. It's a bunch of good stuff and bad stuff. I mean, you know what I mean? It's a combination. But this morning when I was praying, it was too funny. I go, I shouldn't say this because then you'll have me recorded. But I was wondering, I wonder if I go 30 days without complaining at all to Kevin. I mean, at all. Right? And I'm not a complainer, Terry Ann. But, wait, I just said but. But how many times do you do that? In your home, right? You can be all Mrs. Positive, and you're pretty much positive, but then you have to complain to your spouse. Now, I do have to crack up because I'm going to tell a spouse story right now, but it's okay because it's a funny one. So the other day, I'm supposed to leave my hairbrush. I washed my hair, and I have a lot of hair, in case you can't see, telling things about me. But I can't blow dry my hair. So I wash my hair earlier, and I have to brush, and it takes about 2 hours to dry, maybe 3, air dry. So I'm down watching TV, hanging out with my husband. I'm supposed to leave my hairbrush in the drawer of the, little, what is it called? Coffee table, right? And it's not there. So then he's trying to go upstairs to go get it for me, being a great husband, da-da-da. And so he looks at me and he's like, why can you not just leave your hairbrush in this drawer like it belongs? I said, I don't know. And of course, we've been together like 32 years and married 28. And I go, I don't know, but I was wondering why you can't just put your shoes where they go when you get home. It's just funny that you got these funny things that you can't do. I made him laugh because all of a sudden you're going, why can't you do? But wait a minute. I don't know. I think when you start putting your shoes away, I'll start putting my hairbrush where. I said, you sound just like my mom. And he goes, what? Of course, this was all in a joking. It was not a fight. I know it sounds like a fight. It was more being. And I go, my mom used to tell me, because my mom was an executive secretary for like a Sprint big CEO person. My mom is amazing. She's really good at being secretary. And so she used to go, Sherry, if you would just put your stuff right back. And I do that a lot. And I am tidy, but I am not my mom tidy. Does that make sense? And I wish I was. But how many times do we find those little things, especially with those people that we live with, to complain?
Oh, yes.
So this morning, seriously, when I was praying and meditating, I was going, I wonder if I could go and not worry about if he says, why can't you put your hairbrush where it? I mean, he was tired and he was trying to be helpful. And he wasn't really mad when he said it. It was literally a legit, Sherry, why can't you just do? And I go, I don't know. I wish I could, but it's just one of those things about me.
Yeah, Ray tries. He's been trying now for years to get me to do that. Well, yeah, because I think things should go.
Kevin buys me lots of hairbrushes, and I buy myself hairbrushes, and I have a hairbrush in the car. I have one in my.
Oh well, now wait a minute.
I do have hairbrushes, and they're supposed to stay those places.
All right, then I'm okay. I'm backing Kevin on this one.
What? Do I have hairbrushes everywhere?
Why can't you keep that one hairbrush in that one spot?
Exactly.
You've got plenty. Come on, girl.
I do. I have plenty of hairbrushes because I got plenty of hair. That is the problem when you got lots of hair. People are like, you got big hair. And I'm like, yeah. The 80s, I could get that big hair. Don't even worry. I'm an 80s girl. Good morning, Pam. Hey, we want to hear of the things. We want to hear some of the silly things that you guys do to, make your life more exciting in your business and in your life. So there was this poll I seen on LinkedIn and I voted on it. It says, do you be silly in your business or do you be serious? Or do you do it depending on the situation? Of course, everybody voted, I think. Well, the biggest percentage came up in the situation. But how many times do we try to be too serious in our business or in our life? Do you need to be? I mean, there's times you need to be serious, right, Terry Ann? Because we got to get this done.
Right.
And we got to be focused. But there's sometimes that we're just way too serious. Like I was trying to make a joke about leaving your shoes around the house, or not putting your hairbrush when you have probably 10 hairbrushes. I don't know how many hairbrushes I have. I should collect them all together and wash them all. Did you hear the word wash them all? And then put them all back where they belong. That's what I should do. I think that could be a good to-do list.
I don't like that word should.
I know, because you can spit all over yourself. I need to make that a priority. That would be interesting.
Okay. I like this.
I live my life to the fullest to make everything fun. That is true. And there's people like that. But, I mean, I love Terry Ann, but aren't you a little type A, Terry Ann?
I am very type A.
And you know what? We need those type A people to keep the other people where they need to be. I used to be a lot more type A. I'll actually tell you that I was a bad mom at times because my mom is an executive secretary. My mom told you to put your stuff back where they belong. My mom made sure we kept our house clean. We made our beds every morning. I still do this, right? I mean, we got taught. And you see two of my siblings, they do a great job. And most of us do a great job, but some of them are over the top. I'm talking my sister will clear the plate while you're still eating, okay? That way. Well, I have 4 kids. And my house had to stay clean. Because isn't that what you're supposed to do? So they used to have a little playroom in the basement. And they would tear up paper, Terry Ann. Paper. They would tear up paper and they would build big cities. And I think they had a cash register and stuff. So they'd have tear up paper, big cities. I don't even know what they were doing. And I'd walk downstairs and all I would see is a mess. You guys have to clean all this up because we got to eat lunch. And why'd you guys make this big mess? You know, and then later they're telling you the paper was money and the paper was how many make-believe things is this silly paper that they ripped up? And then my daughter, she used to collect all the toilet paper and all the, what is it called? Paper towel rolls and stuff like that. And then she'd shove them all under her bed. So her mom wouldn't make her clean them up because she's the creative one and she wanted to do art projects with them. And so how many times, even as a mom, now sometimes I let some of that go, but I mean, now I'm a grandma. I let it all go. Come on now. Simon can do whatever. But how many times do we, even as moms, sometimes make it too serious? Did you ask them why they did? And what if my kids would have left that big city up for a week? You know what I mean? And then we clean up on ABC day. So these are some of the things, of course, you don't want to should or live in regret. But as a mom, I was like, man, sometimes I was a little too uptight. And I know it's because of the way I was raised. But still, do we need to let some of that just go? Do we need to be glad that I have an amazing husband who leaves his shoes all over my house and drives me nuts? Oh, and his jackets. And don't worry, I have a place for him to hang all his jackets. And my husband will not pick up his shoes or his jackets. I'm just going to let you know. If you have a husband like that, you think you're going to change them? I don't think
so. You can't change them.
Karen does not put her hairbrush back all the time where it belongs. Just telling you. So, I admit I'm obsessed about that as well. My mom lost her sight when I was 14, so everything needs to be in its place or she will go bonkers. Yep.
There's an excellent reason to do that.
But there's definitely a difference between having a clean house and having a museum. You know what I'm saying? And being so that nobody, Terry Ann's been at my house, it's cleaned up. It's just not, it looks lived in. It is not spotless. And my mom's came over a few times and let me know it wasn't spotless. And I finally let my mom know. I know, Mom, but I'm a grown woman. And this is how my house is. It's clean. It's just not spotless. And the thing is, trying to keep that spotless, you'll drive yourself. You know what I mean? It was driving me nuts. So I would become way too type A about it. So I had to let some of that go. But some of that is good. What did Pam just say? Putting everything where it goes is good. But
it's easy to find your hairbrush if you put everything where it belongs.
Exactly. That's why I told my husband, you sound like my mom if you just put it back where it goes. I have them color. Maybe I have them color coded. I'm not even sure. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know. I thought it was funny when I laughed at him and I just said, I don't know, but why do you leave your shoes everywhere? And, you know, maybe when you do that, I'll do this. And then, of course, he laughed. So if you put your shoes where they go, it'd help too, which I put my shoes where they go. I just don't do my hairbrush. I don't know.
So what are some other exciting things that you can bring to life? You know, we get, I don't know about you, I get into quite a rut. It's very easy. Reed has worked from home for the last 12 years. So it is very easy for us to get into a rut and not leave the house.
Oh, but you can have fun without leaving the house. I mean, through the pandemic, Kevin and I didn't leave the house a lot. And we used to order food and sit on the back porch to go out to eat.
Now, I do have this problem being at home a lot. I get squirrels. Those distractions, and for a type A, those distractions are really, really annoying. Because I'm focused over here, whether it's something around the house or a project that I'm working on for work. I'm so focused here, but those little distractions come up and all of a sudden now I'm everywhere. And now and that takes away from my excitement because now I become overwhelmed. And that's when I've got to look for something to bring the excitement back.
But how about having a to-do list? Do you get excited when you check off a to-do list?
I love to-do lists and I love those checkoffs. And I tell you what, here's what I need to start doing. I need some 5-minute dance parties.
I do that. I do it in the car. I do it in my living room. I have dance parties. I'm just saying, because it'll change your attitude. I've been on the way to a meeting or somewhere and going, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I got so much to do. I got oh my goodness, I hope this is going to whatever. And I realize if you stop and do a dance party, not joking, you can get your mindset back on what really matters. Really, really matters is to stop, breathe, and smell the roses. And I find that weather will really affect people's. I mean, right now we're doing get excited about your life. And why didn't we do it when it was cold and winter and 40? You know what I'm saying? And if it is snowing, have fun. Oh, no. She sings to the person next to her at a light. Don't ride with Pam.
I could see the two of you together in a car.
Well, we've been in a car together. We did. And we brought Linda Wilson. And Linda Wilson, me, and Pam were in a car. I'm just saying. And we survived. And guess what? Linda didn't really know Pam very well. And we all became besties after that ride. There you go. And I find in Toastmasters, a lot of the leaders will go on those car rides. Now we're meeting on Zoom. And that's when you can, having fun in a car, you can get to know each other and have fun.
Oh, those
I have a friend. She's a travel agent and she's lots and lots of fun, but not when you go on a car ride with her. She's trying to get to the destination and then you have fun. So you can't stop for potty breaks. You cannot get nothing to eat, and you only stop if you need gas. And do you really need gas? Because I think the car could go just a little bit further. If we go a little faster, the car might be fine. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I am never going on a car ride with you again. It's too funny. So
I tell you what, was one thing I really enjoyed. After Reed and I got married, we started taking our first car trips together. He'd see a road sign saying, I think we need a break. Let's go look at that. Okay. Did you know that there is, I can't remember where it was now. There is a place that has the largest rocking chair. This little town, we just drove through it. We didn't even get out because there were quite a few people out there. We figured we couldn't get close. But they had this humongous rocking chair that people were standing under and taking pictures of. And then all kinds of other just regular ordinary items made extraordinarily large. And this was what their town featured. And so you stopped in their town and you looked at all these huge items. Wow. I'd never seen it before. We passed that area so many times. This time we saw the sign and pulled on over. I found my friend.
Oh, she calls those windsocks her friend.
Oh,
she was talking and waving to all the windsocks on our drive last summer, and oh my God. Yeah, they're cracking up. I could
see that being fun. Everyone needs
So
a
now
friend
she
like
wants to
that.
start naming them all, and she wants to take pictures of each state with the wind sound. And I said, okay, well, you got to get the state signed too. Now, I will let you know, Kevin usually wants to get to where we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next week, I am flying in on Thursday and doing a road trip from Indiana. I mean, not Indiana. I'm doing it from Flanagan, Illinois, from Illinois to Maryland with my oldest son, who's a little type A because he's the oldest and only child. I know, because he's 9 years older than the other three. So he has this oldest only child, and he's the pastor, right? And so he has his pain, and he's a first-time dad. And then his wife, of course, is a first-time mom, and she's also a pastor and a leader. And then you got my husband, who can we just go and get there? And we're doing it in 3 days and 12 and a half hours. But I was thinking, can't we just stop and look at what each of those towns are known for? We'll see if they'll actually let me do that. I don't think so. It'll be interesting because the car ride with all these different personalities. But, you know, Terry Ann, I'm only going to hang out with Simon, and he's 11 months.
So who cares
Simon
what all the others in the car are doing, right?
Toys, and we're going to be playing, and I don't know what the rest of these people are doing. So it's all about your perspective when you're in those situations.
There is something exciting in your life. Would you like to share a little bit about it?
Oh, yeah. I even have a copy of my book, but I don't have it here right now because it's down on the counter. But yeah, my book went live on God has a funny sense of humor. I did not plan this. 2/22/2022. So last Tuesday, was it not last Tuesday? It went live on Amazon. It's out there in Kindle. And my book launch is March 30th here in Kansas City. And it'll be from 5 to 7. And it's at the ACA Business Club. So we can put those kind of stuff out there. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about my first book ever coming out and my book launch coming. And my goodness, it takes a little bit to get a book done. But yeah, my book is live on Amazon. And if
Congratulations, how exciting.
Now, if you come to my book launch on the 30th, I'll be doing autographs and I will be selling the book there. So it'll also be there. So there you go. I know I'm very excited about that. So, and it's about work-life balance. Ooh, what a great idea for a book.
And I do have the link to her book in the chat if you would like to go and check it out. And I see it is now available on Kindle as well.
It is, yes. Yes, that will be great.
So
we're going to talk about.
We're going to keep up this topic all month long. We are going to make March Madness an exciting month for us. We're just going to talk about exciting things.
Start thinking of ways that you can be excited about your business, especially like if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner. It sometimes is, I mean, like a roller coaster, or maybe it's more like, I don't even know, right? And so sometimes we got to figure out our why, and we got to figure out why we're excited to move where we're trying to go. Same thing with our personal life, though. And of course, if you read my book, you'll see a lot of that in there. But anyway, that's great. But anyway, I will look forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday and go make it. I said that, right? You don't get to choose what happens, but you get to make it a great day. So go make it a great day.
See y'all next week.
Bye, guys.